Hey, what's up, guys? This is Ricky V. And in today's episode, I'm doing it again. I'm going to take more questions from our vintage muscle community and post them up in this video just to show you some of the conversations that go on, answer maybe some questions you might already have, and just overall add some value. Now, remember, you don't just have to watch the videos to get your questions answered. You can head over right to the vintage muscle community, join, and ask your questions there. It's real easy to find it. Just go to Facebook, either on your app or on your computer. Once you're in your account, in the search bar, search for the Vintage Muscle Community. You'll find it. We're all there. It's over 18,000 of us. You'll get all the answers you need for any one of your questions. All right, guys, without further ado, let's get into the questions. And the first question is, what is the best stack to start with? It's a great question. Everybody that's new to the Vintage Muscle line wants to know what would be the very best stack to start with. Now, this is kind of an individual choice, how you want to approach the product line. One of the easiest stacks to get started with without the need for post-psychotherapy is the anabolic stretch stack. The anabolic stretch stack contains laxogenin and Clen XT50, which is a great fat burner. If you're just trying to get lean and you want to give the product line a try, the anabolic stretch stack is a great one to get started with. If you want some additional fat burning, you can get on the GH Soma stack right along with the Alpha Test stack. You can add Testis, add AMP, make sure to take Organa with it. You could run that for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and then just come off. Yeah, the Clen XT product, it is a stimulant, and it might work a little bit different on you after 3 or 4 weeks on it. And that one you might want to take a little bit of a break off of. But when it comes to the androgenin, AMP, Testis, Organa, GH Soma stack, you can take those long time. If you have some situations with your joints, you could add youth right to that stack. That's a great starter. No need for PCT. And once you get more advanced, then you can step into the Rad Mass, 1 Andro, 19 North stacks, Wind Test, Equip Mass. All of those are great stacks for reshaping your physique. Now, obviously, you need PCT with those. You need to post-cycle out with the muscle support stack and Testis every single time. So those are a bit more advanced for guys that are in it longer and have that commitment and can make those 3-month commitments to run in a proper cycle. And now for the next question. Hey, VM fam, I feel I know the answer already, but has anyone brought their vials in their carry-on? Look, guys, when it comes to the vintage muscle products and traveling, I like to check that stuff in. I like to throw that in my check-in luggage so I don't have to deal with the scanners looking at my liquids, pulling them out, the TSA guy asking me about the products, asking me what I'm taking, what it's doing. I don't want to deal with any of that stuff. So I check all of my supplements in. I check in all of my supplements, and that's it. Don't worry about it. But look, guys, even if you check your supplements in and you're flying international, doesn't matter, check in, carry on, and you're flying international, you might run into some problems because you'll have to go through an agent whose job it is to determine whether certain things can enter the country or not. TSA agent is just worried about what you're bringing on the plane. Not really all that overly concerned with whether your pro-hormone is legal in the country or not. It's already there. But when we're talking about customs, whether you're going into another country or whether you're flying back to your own country, you want to be real careful with what you take on the plane. Yes, all of the vintage muscle products are legal for sale and use and commerce in the United States. They are, no problem. But you don't want to deal with maybe a customs agent misreading the label or not reading properly one of these complicated names on their sheet. And then you get held up for a minute until they make phone calls and such. You might want to steer clear of that. So to answer the question, if you're flying nationally within the country, just throw it in your check-in luggage and you'll have no problems whatsoever. You'll be just fine. If you're flying international, maybe the country you're arriving at, these hormones are prescription only. Maybe coming back to the US, you'll get asked additional questions, especially if you're a big guy, big bodybuilding looking guy. So it's just something to be aware of and something to know. All right, guys, now on to the next question. Okay, so I need to lose weight, but not muscle. What can I take to do this? Love lifting. Also, I'm on 1 cc of testosterone every 2 weeks. 1 cc, that's 1 cubic centimeter or 1 ml, 1 milliliter. When you hear my videos, when you hear us talk about the sauce, we usually use the term cc and ml interchangeably. A milliliter is going to be about a cubic centimeter whenever we're talking about dosing. So just remember that, guys. Don't get confused between cc's and ml's, the same thing. Now, mg's, milligrams, that's your potency. That's how potent the product is. So there's volume and potency. Now back to this bro's question. You're already on TRT. That's going to help you maintain a good bed of muscle mass. On top of that TRT, you can run the Alpha Test stack or the Anabolic Shred stack or Wind Test or the 1 Andro stack. Any of those stacks are going to be great for helping you get leaner. However, you got to make sure to be on a caloric deficit and make sure you're lifting weights. Lifting the weights while in the caloric deficit with the anabolic hormones in your system. That's what's going to help you get that paper tight skin as your muscles get a little plumper and bigger, as they look even better day after day, even though you're reducing the calories. So that was the list of all the different stacks you can run along with your TRT and your caloric deficit. Now, obviously, you can throw on AMP, Organa, even Testis to get some additional benefits. And after your cycle is done, you could still run the muscle support stack. You could still run the PCT on top of TRT. It's not fully necessary, not as necessary as it is for natural guys, but you can still run it. And just to make it clear, bro, I'm no doctor. So if your doctor put you on prescription medications, make sure to check with him before taking anything else. That's your disclaimer right there, guys. And with the disclaimer out of the way, I just want to remind you that I've already made several videos explaining how to cycle the vintage muscle products for your particular goals. I'll make sure to annotate all of those videos in this description. I already make videos on cutting phase 1, 2, 3. Already make videos on the best ways to maintain mass and videos on the 10 tips to make your cutting cycle a success. We'll make sure to add those in the description. All right, guys, and for our last question in this video. Hey, group, quick question. I just got my pre-workout powder. What are you guys mixing it with? And are you taking it on your days off? Thank you in advance. Now, I have to admit, guys, the pre-workout is one of my favorite products in the line. Oh, I take that purple elixir every day, man. It's become my morning cocktail. Before I even have my first coffee, it's become my pre-workout. Even when you hear my voice in some of these videos, I am under the influence of the Vintage Muscle pre-workout. And what can you take it with? Well, it stacks real well with the Nitric OX product. That's a great combination to give you some big pumps in the gym. So if you're using the 19 North stack, take that Nitric along with your pre-workout. If you want to add some additional anabolic potential to your pre-workout, just mix it with AMP. AMP and the pre-workout in the same bottle. Down a big jug of it before your workout, and then refill the bottle again with Organa and AMP with a lot of water. And you could sip on that as your intro workout. It's a great way to actually get good nutrition into your muscles during the workout. So even if you were in a caloric deficit the whole day, right? You're trying to cut down, so you're in a caloric deficit. And then you're coming up to training. You have that AMP with all those amino acids, glucosamine, turkesterone, ectosterone, along with the pre-workout, the Nitric capsules. Man, you get a good pump. And then when you're in the gym as an intro workout, you mix Organa and AMP in the same bottle and just keep refilling it with water. That's a great intro workout. That's what I like to do. So there it is, bros. I gave you guys some different ways to mix the pre-workout. It's a great product. I love the nootropic stack in the pre-workout formula, guys. It's become my favorite. Guys, if you have any questions of your own that haven't been answered in all these videos, please head over to the Vintage Muscle community. It's real easy to find. Just go on Facebook, right on your computer or on your cell phone. In the search bar, look for Vintage Muscle Community, and you'll find it. Just request to join, come in, ask all of your questions. The community is over 18,000 strong. All of the bros will be there to answer your questions. I'll be there. I'll answer them too. All right, guys, that is it for me today. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.